Why is this new game, Fall Guys, so goddamn popular? Why has this game sold 2 million copies on Steam on its first week? And how has it garnered 1.5 million copies, or, players in the first day? Well, we're gonna break it down as to what exactly caused or what happened, the effects that led to this spike in players, or the instant spike in productivity in this game. Well, we're gonna divide it into two parts. One is, my opinion, or you could say everybody else's opinion on the game. And second of all is how their marketing and how the people who played this game really showed how it was, and really basically the competitiveness of this game. Well, we're gonna find out. Now, first of all, it's simplicity. Usually games really have this spike in attention. Let's say Roblox games. Their simplicity, you might not even like those games, but they're a handful. Not even a handful. There are millions of people who love playing these games. It doesn't matter who exactly it is, but it really does matter on how many people are playing these games. So basically, the amount of attention, or the attention span needed for Fall Guys, is a lot lesser than you might expect, because it's just so simple. It is a battle royale game with 60 players, and people have different types of activities or different types of mini games to do. This is actually very similar, where it's something like Block Party, epic mini games, and like those times where you just have like different challenges. Like, I remember this one game in Minecraft, the Hive. I'm just trying to recall these kind of types of games, and they really had garnered a lot of attention. But this is just the big compact package, and it is actually not a game within a game. Like Minecraft has mini games in a server, this is an actual game. So this is much more polished, more better, in almost every way possible. And this is very attractive to a lot of people. Now, at first it might not seem like it, but when you play the game, it is very, very, very fun. And yeah, you might lose a lot of times, but still, it's fun. Well, that's just my opinion. You can have your own opinion as well. But the second thing is the colors, the aesthetic of the game is very colorful, very attractive. It really, really appeals to a lot of kids. Again, this relates. Short attention span. All kids these days have a very short attention span, and attractive, colorful games. No, not the realistic, like Ghost of Tsushima, whatever you want to call it, those kind of games where they try to make it as realistic as possible. No, not those kind of games. Those kind of games are more different. They're attractive, but it's not the best for them. At least that's what the kids think these days. So the colorful, the aesthetic is really appealing to a lot of kids. So for the combination of appealing or colorful games, and also short attention spans, they're very correlated. Like, for example, Fortnite has a very colorful aesthetic. It's not always about realistic, it's about how simple and how colorful the game is. It is so colorful and it's so simple. And Fortnite became so popular. At first it was very simple, yes, the building and all that stuff, but the basics, when you get into it, it's pretty simple. You go, you get some guns, you try to survive. It's nothing that much. It's really simple. Yeah, and of course the only downside is the building. The building is the only goddamn problem here, but there's an exception. You get the point. Now, the next point is that Fall Guys is a multiplayer game. It is, I believe, only a multiplayer game, and everybody loves multiplayer games without a doubt. The masses love multiplayer games. Yeah, you can say indie games and stuff, but the thing which will be sold the most is always multiplayer games. Yes, a game might be so good, indie game might feel so good, but the one which will be sold the most, the one which will be played the most, is always going to be the multiplayer games. It's pretty obvious. The game is meant to play with your friends, to have some fun. You don't have to be some kind of genius to play the game. When you're better than everyone, it's not an extreme level. And I know there's been this video recently of showing how competitive people are at games, but it doesn't. It's not like Fortnite. It's actually even less than Fortnite. Yes, it's a hard game. Everybody thinks it's a hard game, but the problem with this is that it's so new. So technically everybody is really in the same level. And yes, there are other games before that, but this is a new style. If you played the game, you'll understand. It's a new kind of style, I guess you could say. I don't know how to put this, but everybody will technically be on the same level. And if someone is so high compared to anyone else, it's not really that big of a deal, because there's 60 players in a battle royale game, and if you win, if you stay the last, and it feels a bit different compared to something like Fortnite, in where you have to be, victory royale and stuff. The entire basis around of it is to be the first, but this is more of like you and your friends playing these mini games, and it's a different vibe to it. But yes, competitiveness and stuff will of course rise up afterwards. And I think the last one is the uniqueness of this. Now, I know you guys, the epic mini games and all of the other points of other games I've told before, but again, those things were games on games. They weren't polished actual games, and like I said before, but that was more of the simplicity part. This is the more uniqueness of this kind of genre, or whatever you want to call it. It is battle royale, but it's a lot different compared to normal battle royale games. The new style, the way things work, the way you have to get across everything, and it's like a race. It's very unique. I must say, it's very unique. Again, this is just my opinion. We'll get into more of the factual stuff after this, but this is more of an opinion. Okay, now we're getting to the second side of the story, or second side of why this exactly happened. Now, this is more of a marketing thing. If you check their Twitter, or if you even follow them on Twitter, they have a lot of very, very unorthodox, or things that a lot of accounts, a lot of companies wouldn't really tweet. And yes, people like Discord and stuff are joining in, but these guys are doing a lot more. If you don't know who this guy is, his name is Tim the Tat Man. I think everybody knows him. So there's like this FaZe Clan tweet, and I'll just put up on the screen, and they commented, Tim the Tat Man, they tagged him. I think you guys can probably make out what this means, but and they keep on doing this, and some might think it's corny, but and some might think it's funny. It is quite funny. You guys might think it's corny, but this is like a very good marketing tactic. Talking with other people just like a friend, and doing these things which normally a company wouldn't do. This really spikes up a lot of attention. I'll show up their social blade stats. They've gained so many followers these past couple of days, and this is really, and also the tweets and stuff. They recently did like a wager thing, and they kept on, and Mr. Beast was involved, and these other people were involved. It is really, really, really good to increase the popularity of the game and really engage in the popularity of the game. Now, you might ask, why does Tim the Tat Man play this game? Yeah, it's a new game and stuff. You guys already know what it is. And Tim the Tat Man, of course, his audience must be pretty young. That relates to, short attention span and all of that. It just correlates to everything in there. And why does he play the game? Why do these guys stream Fall Guys? Well, it's the competitiveness of the game. Yes, it is simple, but just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it's not competitive. The amount of competitiveness in this game is insane. Now, some people might say it's bad. Some people might say it's good. There's basically two sides of this, and it's not the people that are necessarily competitive. It's the game itself. It's the obstacles in the game. It's hard. The way to get through the game, it's hard. It's not really, really easy, to put it simple. It's hard, and this just spikes up increases the dopamine levels, or whatever you're gonna call it. It increases the dopamine levels of people, and it really just garners the attention of a lot of people, especially people coming from Fortnite, which I bet tons of people from Fortnite are coming to here, and like these other battle royale games are just popping off right now, like Warzone and stuff. It is just popping off. The competitiveness is just very, 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 very important in this game, because without competitiveness, this game won't take it to the next level. Competitiveness takes games to the next level. Yeah, you might buy a game, for example, like an indie game, everyone will buy it, but once they play and finish the game, it's kind of over. There's nothing much. And also like a casual game, you know, if you just want to play multiplayer or something like things, a game like a interactive game, you know, a game in where you don't use that much of competition, you won't be engaged as much compared to a competitive game or a more competitive game. It's really that simple. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I don't know what if you guys have any suggestions on what else made this game so popular, just leave it in the comments section. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.